String formatting. The ampersand operator can be used for simple string concatenation. Yeah, that's how we used it so far. The string utils module provides string interpolation from a format string using the percent operator. So let's see, we imported the string utils. In this case, std/string utils rather than just normal string utils. That's interesting. Then numbered arguments, echo, and we have the string with number 1 and number 2. And that basically this operator takes a string on the left, an array of strings, or probably, I wonder if this could be var args that's being coerced. It takes that and you can fetch the next arg, and it just does that. This is a very interesting approach, because that means that you can just do that right anywhere without calling like format or something. Unreadable for somebody that isn't familiar with the language, but wow, I really like that. You can fetch the next argument using the number. So echo, and they're just, instead of being numbered, they just continue and can support named arguments. And this is my favorite. First, second. Oh, but you need to specify it like this here. Oh, so I don't like it. Okay, but doable. Yeah, I'd like it if this was like this, but acted like that, so that, it does things. Oh, wow, I have a crazy idea. We'll look at that in a second. But what if I can make my own, because we are learned enough to make our own operators. So I would take my own operator that first takes this, converts into that, and skips those every second one, every odd one, whatever. No, I mean, it takes this, turns into that behind the scenes, and therefore you can use that. Let's try that. This is fun because it feels like you're not just writing another procedure or something. It feels like you're modifying the language on the fly. So let's see how this is defined. On the left, it's just a string, and on the right is open array string. Interesting, it's an open array. Okay, let's copy that. We'll go the easy route. Let's copy that, and we'll just say procedure, this thing, right? And on the left we have this, on the right we have that, and whatever GC safe is or whatnot, we're not doing anything. And let's define it. Right now it's unhappy because it's not unhappy. Okay, it's just not used yet. So let's say that we take our format string. We need to take our format string, turn all $sign something 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 to something like that. I wonder. Oh, okay. So I think it wouldn't be that simple because there's nothing stopping us from doing this. Or first Z and then we replace first with that thing. But we could just do this, right? Okay, let's give up on that. This is too edge casey. But I think we could do something like, make a double thing here. Okay, let's do the simplified one where we assume that there's always space, it's always space around it and nothing else. So we could say that extract words, right? So this will be let words, let's do it var. Var words is string dot split, and we split it by spaces only. Can probably do that. Okay, these are our words, right? So then what we would need to do, why doesn't it like split? Mismatch. Why am I doing string? Format string. That's my problem here. Oh dear. Save, and now it works. So we have our words, and then we want to basically replace the ones that are in that format. So let's do for word in words. Let's actually do I, word words, so we get our index too. And basically if the word is there like starts with, and we give it a character of $, then we're gonna replace it. So we're gonna say words and that I equals, and we just give it the one with the number, right? Okay, and we can just do bam. So that's how we did go through that. So we have the new words that we saved. Then we can basically reassemble it back into a normal string. So let's do let, and we call it new format string. And that'll be words.join, and with the separator of a space. Nope. What is join expecting? Expects an open array of strings and a separator, which is a string, not a character. So we could replace those like that. And there we go. Now it works. So we took care of, replace ABC with this thing. And then our second step will be remove all odd entries in arguments. So we can do basically something like for arguments, and that will be of type sequence of strings. And we just say that it's an empty sequence. So we can go with something like for argument in A, as these are the arguments. And let's also get an index. I will say that if I and mod 2 is equal to, so I guess for all the, because they start with 0, 0, 1, 2 in a sequence, the indexes. So if it's actually, what do you call it when it's not odd? When it's even, then we actually want to skip that one. So we do continue, but if not, we just do arguments, add argument. Okay, this way we're gonna skip this first one and then the second and whatnot. And therefore we should be able to do return, we do new format string, we do the thingy and arguments, right? And if we have this thingy, so that means we can, let's just grab this whole thing and put it here at the end. So we have that and our custom one. So we should be able to call this just with without those. Save, run. Exception. Without format string. Oh, yeah, because we need to double it. And run again. Nope, failed. Without format string. Let's do something like echo or debug echo, because we're in no side effects. Debug echo, and we'll just do the arguments. And we'll do the arguments. And let's see if this will give us something. Arguments is just world, which, oh, yeah. Why does it have just world? Oh, I am so dumb, because I don't need to remove those. Yep, that's it. This whole thing goes away. I am so dumb. Save, run. There we go. Now it goes well. So I can do first, second, and we'll do third, right? And we'll just add cruel in the middle and run it. And now we have hello cruel world. That's perfect. So yeah, we can easily make our own operator to just modify how it works. I really like it, but I am sure there are better ways to do it than what I did here. So let's see what's next in the tutorial. Alternatively, you can use the functionality provided by the string format module. So we import the string format. We have H is hello, W is world, and we do echo format. Take H, we can take W, and it just magically fills it in. This is simple. I just text it from there. Awesome. The format and the ampersand operator have a slight difference in usage. Namely, the format operator results in a raw string literal, which does not interpret escape sequences. Using the ampersand operator is the simplest way around this. Other options are listed in the docs. I really like this one. This is so much fun. So simple. Non-string arguments. We have seen 3 different string formatting options above. How do you format non-string built-in types? So I have string utils and std string format. We have number 42. If we'll want to do hello and number, it won't work exactly. I mean, because we're concatenating, yeah. This does not work either. Hello, and then we have the first argument provided number. Yep, because we saw that it expects a string. Well, this works fine. Okay, so use the $sign operator to convert to string. Assert this is that. Yep, we know that that's how we can convert. So yeah, we can do this and we can do that. Yep, makes sense. That is, the first 2 methods expect string arguments. The third works with any types. Refer to the docs for format specifiers for alignments, integer and floating presentation types. Yep, the standard things. I'm not gonna read through all that. It's easy to look up when you need it. Formatting object types. The $sign operator in NIM's version of the string or toString function. Oh, is NIM's version. Okay. You can create string representations for object types as shown below. So we just string util, string format, and we can say fruit is an object that has name and color. So we can define $sign operator on the fruit, and we say self. I like that. Just instead of this, or you just have self. Okay. And returns a string. Exactly. And we just use that ampersand operator to just format it. Fruit. Bam. Self. This and that. And we can just echo it, and that will work. And that will work the same because echo is already calling it that way. Okay. And echo, we can does not work. Okay, because we have the ampersand. We need to remember the dollar sign. Yep. And this doesn't work, but with an ampersand it works, and this works. They both work. Oh, wait. Note the difference here. We do hello Apple, it will kind of format it on its own, like an object. So this is using some other formatting things. It isn't calling this like Echo does. Huh. That is very good to know. Note that the first line in the last section formats object types and other types using the inbuilt representation. And you need to use the $sign operator as in the second line of the last section. If you want to coerce it into format of your choosing. Okay, so this is this REPR, right? So let's grab this. And I think I know what it is about. So let's see. We save it, and yeah, these won't work. Let's just ignore it all. I should be able to have a difference here. When we do echo apple, we're just gonna get fruit, apples, red. That's it. But we can do also echo REPR, right? Apple, save. So, I mean, this is something like that. And run it. And this will say fruit, name, apple, color red. So it's yet different than did that. This did. So I can have a third version when I do just that. Be also different. Oh, that's not what doc says. So I guess because this is supposed to apple. Yeah. So I did that, and it should print it just like that. So it was expecting just that part, but really it used the $sign. So maybe it changed in some version. This might be an old article. Okay, so everything works, in a little bit more specific way.